Hello, friends from the comic book market. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we're here to talk about the April 28th, 2025 FOC. Hector and I, we work for Penguin Random House, so the titles that you'll see today are those that we can sell around the world. Aside from this YouTube channel, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and on X at PureH International Comics, where you'll see our updates and posts on those platforms. So definitely check us out there. And as always, we come with you with our picks for this FOC. So we'll go ahead and get started with those. And first up is actually mine. This is Wind, The Power of the Blood, issue number 4. This is a 1 in 25 incentive cover, and the cover art is done by Javier Rodriguez. So this is issue 4 out of a 8-issue series. And the power of the blood is essentially like the final chapter of the Wind uh, comic book series with James Tynion the Fourth as part of the creative team here. And so because this is issue 4 out of 8, we're halfway through the final in a way. So you can't miss this. You have to
Mhm.
keep going with this. And of course, with this title, it's essentially like wars brewing between the humans and the fairy and the vampire, and Wind, the boy hero, is captured, and his magical blood allows his captors to regrow their wings, giving them the upper hand in war. So it's about his friends trying to hatch this rescue plan before it's too late. And of course, it's a very striking cover. I love the colors that they decide to use on this as well. And so I picked this for my pick of the week.
Next up is one of my picks. This Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 9. This is Variant D by Stephen Byrne. This is obviously number 9 in the amazing run by Jason Aaron and now illustrated by Juan Ferreira, the Argentinian artist. And Stephen Byrne is also Argentinian. I have questions now. Question mark? No, he's not Argentinian. Sorry. I forget where he's from. Sorry. We have more Argentinians in another cover. Never mind. But this is an amazing cover, obviously. I do know Stephen Byrne has done many, many covers for DC, Marvel, and obviously IDW. And in this one, I mean, you can't, it's so good. It's like miniature versions of the turtles, the boys just eh, floating, falling with their lunch. And it's awesome to see the Sai and the Katana just kind of falling with them. And they have soda cans and the box and the pizza slices are all over the place. Raph is like surfing while Leo is trying to hold on for dear life to a slice of pizza. And of course, what is Mikey doing? He's going for a bite of pizza. So it's very cool. I love the concept of it, how beautiful and cool it looks, and the colors of it are amazing. So, I love that, he managed to like the way it's set up with a trade dress. Like some parts of them are in front of the trade dress and even in front of the UPC code. So that's awesome. That's like a pepperoni in front of the UPC code, I think. So I love this cover. This is a must have for sure.
Mhm. Next up, Death of Silver Surfer issue 1 Diagram cover, which it's so, I don't know, it's so beautiful and striking. So I
Yeah.
chose this because I was just drawn to it. We have a new enemy who is looking to destroy Silver Surfer and steal his cosmic powers, and a single human life may be all that decides Surfer's salvation or damnation. And if Surfer fails, who will wield the awesome power, the cosmic power, and what of Surfer's old master, Galactus, Devour Worlds? So this would be good to pick up in time for the Fantastic Four film that is everyone's anticipating. So yeah, this is just one of my pickups. I just love the art on this one, even the splatter
I
of the
know.
paint. It's
I mean that
just Beautiful.
Is well known for doing like movie posters, and obviously his art is very movie poster like. Like this is an amazing movie poster type
Hmm.
of art. Yeah, so cool. Next up is not be not afraid number one. This is variant E1 and 15 incentive, and you have full art on this one. The art is by the amazing Ariel Olivetti, Argentinian, and also it's written by Jude Ellison S. Doyle and illustrated by Lisandro Esteren, also Argentinian. See, I told you there was a couple more Argentinians coming. And the story on this one is extremely interesting. You have Cora Reems who lived in just it's a farm girl out in the and I think it's in the south where it takes place, but in a farmland. And one day, uh, she has visions, prophetic visions, and pure light. A visitor in pure light shows up, an angel, and after that, she gives birth to a child, a Nephilim, and he's the offspring of an angel and a human woman, but he is this figure and imbued with pure evil. And 17 years later, uh, this child appearance no longer, so he starts showing his monstrous appearance and his powers. Like he walks by frogs and their skin boils, and crops around him when he's walking around, they rot. And of course, the townspeople, they live in fear. Um, and so for his 18th birthday, Korra receives a new vision, and it's heaven itself telling them to destroy the abomination that was born of her own flesh and blood. I think it's a very cool premise, very good recipe for horror and drama, and a lot, yeah, especially in the setting of sort of in a farm. And then the art of it's so cool. You just see this figure, sort of like a preacher looks like figure, very prominent on the cover, looking very menacing, and then you see a sign that says hell is real, and you see a couple of faces in there, and you see, like looks like a farmhouse with a farm windmill and a bird in the sky, but it's sort of like a shade of it or a shadow of it with very tall clouds, uh, you know, sort of an omen of what's to come. Ariel Vitti's art is amazing. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. He has done art and covers all across the publishers. He has done superheroes, but he also done a lot of like very heavy fantasy stuff too. So he has a very wide range of art, and but his art is always very realistic, very beautiful like this. And in this case, it's beautiful and haunting at the same time. So looking forward to this. I'm obviously a big fan of Ariel Olivetti. So there you go.
Next up, we have Marvel and Disney What If? What If Donald Duck became Iron Man, issue one. This is Mark Brooks variant. And we have Donald Duck who finds himself in the clutches of, or maybe they're in his clutches, of the Beagle Boys, who are basically forced to design a machine to crack into Uncle Scrooge's money bin. So Donald has other plans, builds himself this ultimate suit of armor. So it's just a lot of fun. I had to include this because I'm a fan of, Uncle Scrooge and gang. So yes, cool cover. Yes, my pick.
Yes. Next. Oh, so excited too about Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. I love when these two have stories together. And then on top of that, this cover by Nicoletta Valdari is so beautiful. This book is written by Chris Claremont and illustrated by Damien Cusero. And he's also, by the way, Damien is also Argentinian. So I went 3 for 3 here. Um, and he did this beautiful cover, of course. You can see both Wolverine and Shadowcat sort of hanging out and like on a rooftop with neon signs and bunch of stuff in Tokyo, because that's where this book is taking place right now. And very, very like in like the alt art of Nicoletta Barderi. She's very well known for very bright colors. She's amazing at it. I think it's very difficult probably to get away with doing comic book art with with bright colors is everywhere, but doing it the way she does with very distinctive lines, and it's just a splash of color. Every time I saw her, I see her covers, it's like they're so bright. I love it. And I would love to just hang out there with on a rooftop with Logan and Kitty and a cat. Not just the what is that cat? The cat with the hand. I don't know what you call those. Like a lucky
A
cat.
lucky cat. Hmm.
Yeah, but there's also a kitty in front of it. So very cool. That's all I'm gonna say about that one.
For our piece of news for this week, we have Sarah Soller's heartfelt but also humorous graphic novel, Red and Blue. Monster
Hmm.
Hunters is finally coming to English for the first time. So, this was originally published in Spanish with English translation now. And we have a character named Blue who is feeling very disheartened by what seems to be like a very dead end internship, and on the other side of that, we have Red, who is struggling to find jobs that will actually pay in cash. But all this could change for them when they get sucked into this hidden crime ring that might help them get their dream jobs. But are they willing to compromise their heroic morals and fall in line for the opportunity? So after waiting months and months, getting their shot to become real heroes, Red and Blue joined this excursion to take down a dragon, which you'll see on the cover here, that's been terrorizing the local inhabitants. But when they enter the creature's mountain stronghold, they discover the truth behind the operation purpose, which there's this head of this hero corporation called Slayer Inc. that is out to capture valuable, like highly endangered giant, like a giant chicken that lays golden eggs. You're like, what is going on here?
There's
Like,
a
you
lot.
had a
There's
very
so much. There's
realistic
so
like
much.
intro, and then
I know it's
suddenly we're
amazing.
going into a dragon stronghold and
Yeah.
finding a chicken that lays golden eggs. But anyway, that's like the whole purpose, right? It's a very humorous take on this
Yep.
fantasy adventure. And we have like the two characters, Red and Blue, who chooses between what is right to save the chicken and her baby, or is that pool of trying to follow orders and secure their place among the ranks of professional heroes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend picking it up. And yeah.
And if you heard the name Sara Soler before, amazing creator, artist, writer from Spain, is because we also talked about her other graphic novel in Dark Horse,
Us,
which
I
was
believe.
Us. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is very different from this, but it's also a very well written, illustrated, and a beautiful love story. And it's very cool. So I highly recommend also check that one out for
Mhm.
sure.
And that's it for this
Yeah.
week. Thank you all for joining us. As always, Hector and I, we enjoy doing this.
Mhm.
And definitely comment down below on what you'll be picking up for this FOC. And that's it for today. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.